All right, so today we're going to dive into a really fascinating set of study notes that unpack a command from the Bible that, let's be honest, feels a little strange. Do not love the world. What in the world could that possibly mean? Well, let's find out.
And there it is, right from the first epistle of John. Do not love the world. Wow, it is so direct, so absolute, and it just raises this huge question. Why? What is this really about? The analysis we're exploring today actually breaks this down into 5 really clear reasons.
But before we can even get to the why, we have to understand the what. What exactly is the world in this context? Because these notes make one thing absolutely clear right away. The author is not talking about loving trees or mountains or other people. It's something else entirely.
And here's where we're pulling all this from, a set of really detailed, handwritten study notes. We're going to walk through the logic presented right here on these pages to try and unpack this really complex idea.
Okay, so this right here is the crucial definition. The world isn't the planet. It's a system, a whole structure of priorities and values that, according to the source, is running in opposition to God. The notes even call it the sphere of evil. Now, with that definition in mind, the author's warning starts to make a whole lot more sense, doesn't it?
So, why the warning? Well, the first 2 reasons given in these notes get right to the heart of the matter. It all comes down to 2 things: our focus and our values.
The first point is all about distraction. Loving this world system quite simply steals our time, our energy, and our attention away from what the author believes should be the center of our lives. It's really just a matter of having finite resources. You can only truly focus on one main thing at a time.
And this just illustrates the point perfectly. The source notes pull this quote from Matthew to argue that our deepest affections, well, they dictate our direction in life. Whatever we truly treasure, whatever we love, that's what's ultimately going to command our heart and our attention.
And it goes even deeper than just being a distraction. The second reason is that focusing on this world system doesn't just pull us away, it actively inverts our entire value structure. It completely flips our priorities upside down.
And this slide just lays out that conflict so well. The analysis shows that when you love the world, you end up prioritizing things like success, wealth, and your own personal glory. And what happens is that pushes what should be the primary focus, like a relationship with God, into the background. It's a total flip of what's supposed to matter most.
Now, to make this a little less abstract, the study notes point to the biblical story of King Nebuchadnezzar. Here was this incredibly powerful ruler who took all the credit for his amazing kingdom. His values were completely inverted. He put his own glory first. And the story shows how that led directly to his humiliation and downfall. It's a pretty powerful cautionary tale about who should really be at the center.
Okay, so the next 2 arguments from the source material, they focus on something a little more deceptive. It's not just that the world system messes with our values, it's that it creates these fundamental illusions that we can fall for.
So reason number 3 is that a worldly focus creates this incredibly limited vision. It's like putting on blinders. When you get totally absorbed in temporary things like status, possessions, instant gratification, your whole perspective just shrinks. You can completely lose sight of that bigger, eternal picture that the author is so concerned about.
And fourth, this is a big one. This worldly system offers what the source calls a false sense of security. It promises safety, stability, and control through things like wealth and power and influence. But, as this analysis argues, that's all just an illusion.
The study notes provide some really striking real-world examples to back this up. It points to the ultimate fall of a powerful dictator like Saddam Hussein, the tragically short lives of famous Brazilian musicians, and it even tells an anecdote about a wealthy couple on a plane who suddenly realize all their money can't save them. The point is crystal clear. Worldly power and wealth are incredibly fragile.
All right, the final piece of this analysis is maybe the most important one of all. It's not about what the world does to you, but about what this system simply lacks.
The fifth and final reason is a really powerful claim. The world system, for all the things it offers, just does not contain what the source calls the true fullness of life. Sure, it can provide things and experiences and pleasures, but it cannot deliver on our deepest human needs.
And this idea of unfulfillment gets broken down into 3 key areas. The source argues the world offers distraction but not true peace. It offers fleeting pleasures but not deep, lasting happiness. And most importantly, while it offers so many things, it has 0 answers for the ultimate question of salvation.
And this brings us right to the conclusion of the passage itself. This slide puts the entire argument in such stark contrast. On one side, you've got the world and all its desires, which are described as temporary, fading, just passing away. And on the other side, you have the person who does the will of God, who is promised permanence. They will live forever.
So ultimately, the analysis in these notes forces us to ask a really profound question. It frames life as a choice between two completely different, competing systems of value. And so it leaves us all with this final thought to ponder. If this analysis is right, and this world system is truly temporary, then where are we building our legacy? Where are we investing our focus, our values, and our lives?